you seem to have like they refer to you as the Dad Bod God, and I look at you with these guys in the ring, and I see the dad of wrestling, sort of showing them the way forward, and
Yeah,
obviously beating them down when they step out of line. So
yeah. I'm glad you picked up on that. That's what I'm going for now, because obviously there's a lot of lads that have made their way towards WWE, and that kind of like held their ground at these independent shows and looked after these younger lads and guided them forward, and now they've kind of been left by themselves to their own devices. So every now and again, somebody needs to kind of step in and just keep everybody on track.
Good stuff. Good stuff. I need to know as well, mate. The Dad Bod God speaks for itself. Thank you, by the way, because I am one of these dad bod people. So you give us all hope.
Yes, good.
And by the way, on that subject, we'd be remiss if we never mentioned the absolute transformation that's happening before our eyes. What is it, 3.5 stone?
Yeah, about that now. Maybe leaning towards the 4 now, I think.
Yeah. Congratulations, man. Well done.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I've kind of gone on quite a lot over the years. I've been training and trying to get in better shape, and I work a lot of hours with my work and I have family life, same as everybody else. So I kind of got as far as I felt like I could with my schedule. And then when the world shut down, I had all this extra time in my hands. I really needed to lose some weight, because I've been kind of shouting from the rooftops for years, this is the best shape I can get in with my work commitments. So as soon as I didn't have those work commitments, I thought I'd better do something about it, you know?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And you certainly did. And you kept it public as well, because I believe your videos were online, a lot of the training videos and stuff that you were doing.
Yeah. I just tried to, because I just thought, like, I know what it's like to feel very, very demotivated. I know what it feels like to feel like garbage and not feel very worthwhile and worth anything. And I know it's not easy to be motivated. So I just wanted to think, I knew that I could do it. I just got my head down. So I thought, if I can just inspire one person to do the same throughout this lockdown, then it's worth putting up.
Well, I don't doubt for 1 second you've done that, mate. You've touched on, and if you don't want to proceed any further with it, then we won't. You've touched on feelings of low self-worth and I'm guessing low confidence. Is that something you would like to tell us a bit more about or not?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, for me, I did a little article on it called "Wrestling with Anxiety." It's online. If you give it a Google, and basically the long story short of it was, my dad passed away when I was very young, when I was like 15, and then as soon as that happened, I just kind of saw a expiry date on life. If that makes sense, my dad died at 49. I thought to myself, I'm 15 now, so I've got this amount of time to do what I want to do. So I went for it with the wrestling, and I was flying till about 2012, and then I had my son, which was the best thing that could ever happen to me. But also in turn, like we discussed before we went live here, kids take up a lot of your time, and I went from living my quote unquote dream in terms of wrestling every weekend, not really having any responsibilities and all that, to just standing in a room with a crying baby, not really knowing what I'm supposed to do and not having any guidance from a father figure on how to deal with it all. So I went through a really, really rough few years, and then I was ready to kind of pack wrestling in general. And I got a call from Mark Dallas for ICW, offering me a match with Noam before he headed off to WWE, because me and Noam went way back and we'd had some really good matches in ICW. And I reluctantly, even though I really wanted to do it, I reluctantly took the match. I was worried there's a lot of pressure on that kind of match because of what we produced in the past. And I really wasn't in any state to put on that kind of performance. But kind of 15, well, as soon as I went out there, really, and I saw Noam across the ring from me with this big cheeky smile and whatnot, and he's one of my best friends, and I just relaxed. And for 12 to 15 minutes, I forgot about all those anxieties, and I was Andy Wilde again. It was really
fantastic.
It was my first real, like, I'm not Andrew Inch, I'm Andy Wilde, and that was a really nice feeling. And I came backstage and I thought, God, even on my worst day, I'm actually all right. If I can get my head down and really work towards it, I could probably do it. So since then, I did that, and it slowly progressed. That was 2016. We're now 5 years later, and then I just debuted for WWE. So it just goes to show if you can do it. I keep saying to people, my friends and stuff that look for advice. I've got a lot of friends now that are having kids, and I keep saying to them, just ride the wave, man. Get out the other side. It's not going to be like this forever. And once you realize that, it makes life a lot easier.